Well, let me tell you a little something about me. When it's Saturday night, I need to blow off some steam. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I've been rolling in since the clock came Monday morning. From the end of the week, I'm about to blow. We're walking through the honky-tonk like a pack of wolves now. Order up around the shops and it's away we go. It's a throw down, get down. Order up another round of shots. Run, get drunk, get some, have fun. Get into some trouble, baby, like in a night. I'm a Jim Beam, drinking big, singing la 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 la, dancing machine. Been a hell of a week and I need to blow off some steam.
Season 1, episode 3, episode 1-3.
Episode 1.20.
1.20.
Now back on the wall. Don't miss. You only get one shot.
It's right there.
Oh, I thought there was a nail involved or something.
I didn't even
Straighten that.
There's a thing here somewhere.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I told you there'd be a nail involved. See, now I see things involved.
You're so much help, bud. I gotta tell you.
You see, I caught the thing. Almost.
You did catch the thing. Chris and Vinny. No, I'm sorry. It's the I'm fun. Look at the thing. I'm Funny How podcast, season 1, episode 1-3.
4-7. 9. Go hike. There we go. It's official. Oh Jesus.
What are you afraid of? This is show business, buddy.
Oh my God.
Cheers.
Working
Welcome to
without
our
a
new
net.
podcast.
Yes, our brand new 3-week-old podcast. Oh! Ding, 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 dong, dong.
All right.
Let's play quarters.
You know, they don't.
Yes.
They. All of
That's
our
right.
fan at
we
home.
have a thing, yes.
They don't understand what goes
don't know.
into.
They don't know.
It's a matter of like plugging all this crap in, getting everything on, and then being funny.
Yeah.
Or like,
I know.
it's just showing up. It's
And
half
catching shit off the ceiling.
It's ridiculous.
You don't know. You don't sign up for that. You don't know.
never know.
So
You have like for a guy your size, you have like panther like reflexes.
Panther-like. I don't even know if panthers have great reflexes, but
Good
try.
Did you beat your kids?
Did you stop beating your kids? Or?
No. Did you ever like haul off and just
no, never.
your kids? Every time they're very quiet and sweet.
Yeah,
they're very sweet.
They're under
kids.
the threat of violence, but never follow through. Too tired. I hit 'em, but-
Would they even take? I don't think I've ever even seen you angry.
No, I very rarely. There was one time people saw me get mad at my son because he was a little drunk at a Yankee game, and we went on a family trip, and it was annoying because then we had a bus, and the game was about to go into extra innings, but we're like, but the bus said he's going to leave without us, and I'm like, well, can't we pay him like $5 and he'll wait like they usually do with bus? But he was getting like belligerent, and then I had to be like, all right, this ends now because you're in front of your grandparents and their friends, and you were taken to the box, and we had a nice trip.
Yeah.
It's annoying that we're leaving. Yes, I understand that, but
Yes.
this is not the attitude.
There are no cats in America.
Right.
I am sorry.
He piped down very nicely and
And that was it.
sulked a lot because as we left, we heard the roar of the crowd, and it was a home run. So we missed it by 2 minutes. We would have seen the end of the game.
Heidi Bowl. Oh no.
We could hear the crowd. But we had to get to the bus. It was so stupid because the bus guy, he's got nothing else to do but drive the bus. That's his thing. That's his gig. He's not going to go home with an empty bus. Then he's going to get fired the next day. Like, where's the people? Oh, I left the people
You
there.
need the people.
I had to go at 11. I told him 11. And that's never happened in the history of bus.
Was this Ryan or Kevin?
Kevin. Ryan wouldn't care about sports. He calls everything sports ball. He doesn't know the difference between
He calls it all sports ball. Are
You guys watching
watch?
sports ball? Yes. We'll walk through. How'd the sports ball go?
Go my favorite college and or professional sports team.
Yeah, Super Bowl. He'd be like, "Oh, you guys doing the sports bowl thing? There'll be food. There'll be food," and he's happy. Yay!
Oh, yeah, who doesn't like food? So he's not. Is he not the trumpet player?
Yes, he's the trumpet guy, but he's not on the trumpet anymore. He's over the trumpet.
Well, I mean, but that was
He might come and save this one day. He might figure out what all these
fogging
things
up
were.
again,
I know. I felt it. I got a little heated on that talking about Kevin.
talking about you getting angry.
Get me.
That just comes out your eyeball.
Vinny mad. See what you've done? No, angry. Crash.
I've never in all of our. I've heard you like be not thrilled with like another comic, but on the side, not like.
Yeah, I don't usually unless
I couldn't imagine what you are like angry.
well, I don't get that too much now. If a comic, I saw one comic like insult somebody on stage that didn't deserve it, and I was like, just went over and said, "This stops now," because no, he's not going to do that here.
Yeah.
And then people were like, "I didn't know you did that." I'm like, "I don't do that." Like, I don't.
Yeah,
think,
it's not-
it was just it was a.
Was it your show or
I don't know what happened there, but
was it your show?
no, I was just at a place in the city, and it was some open mic, and just
It wasn't even your show.
no, and just some guy was just being jerky. This older guy, and I was just getting to the older guy phase, so maybe I felt bad. I'm like, don't shit on the guy. He's just doing a thing. Let him do his thing. He's not
That's
hurting
two
anybody.
S words out of you. We're trying to be a nice, clean
trying to-
family podcast.
you're getting the
That's
Irish
why
drunk
you don't
thing.
get angry. You
See?
just curse all day. You just let it out, let a little air out of the balloon. Nothing to get angry about.
I yelled at when they threw out. You know, if you watch the Yankees, but they threw out the Yankee manager the other day. When literally he didn't say anything, and the camera was on him.
I'm a little. I don't watch baseball. So it was Torre.
It was
Joe Torres.
Joe Torre, but
yeah, Joe Torre.
like 30 years later, the new manager, Aaron Boone,
Okay.
and he was having an exchange with the umpire. The umpire said, "One more word out of you, and I'm going to throw you out of the game." And now the camera just stayed on Aaron Boone, and you just see him kind of standing there. And then someone in the crowd yelled something to the umpire, and the umpire said, "That's it, you're out," and threw the manager out. And I
that's
was
hilarious.
like thinking this is unbelievable because it's on television. Everybody just saw it. And I was yelling at the TV enough that my face kind of cramped up. And then I realized, all right, I'm getting way too angry about this that I was like, "You can't throw." And I was like, like my jowls locked because I was just by myself yelling at the TV. So
Yeah. Do they hear, now when you yell? I don't know what you're because we have files. I know for sure they do not hear when I yell. But I don't know what your plan is. You could pay a lot more. And I don't know what the
it's
Yes
not much
package
more.
is.
Yeah.
Maybe they
you
can
get
hear
one
you.
ear, and like if you want stereo, it's extra.
And they pump you into
I'm
the,
right in there.
into the stadium.
Yes.
Okay,
Right,
that's good.
The whole stadium. And I'm echoing the whole time. I love to just masturbate just to hear myself in the stadium.
Pinch, hitting.
Number two. All right, Cheetah. Number two. Oh, that's good.
See that? It's
Quick
good
on
to
the
have.
button. You are like Run DMC in '82. Whoa.
There's a lot going on. It's
The technology. Has science
telling you.
gone too far?
I'm telling you, it looks pretty fun. This looks
It
like
does.
at like a cliche every teen that got to live in the basement,
But we are-
or
if-
above the garage
We
or
are
whatever.
15 and 16. You're 16 this summer, right? And so, I
Inches.
mean, it makes,
Around
that doesn't make
and
sense.
circumference.
Oh, well, just talking about penises. Okay. I didn't get the reference. So, yes, it does look like a dorm room, like
Dorm meets Greg Brady garage days.
KKK.
I don't know how much of that is going on.
I don't see any people of color. That's all I'm saying. I got a lot of faces looking at me back there.
Joe Boo.
No, well, nothing racist there, but
He's Cuban.
you
I
are
think.
taking the high road. Good for you. Woo. Episode 2.
Episode 1
Oh,
dash
dash 78
1.2.
1/10.
You know.
I'm winded.
So, yeah, anger's not my. It's to the point because I don't get angry that when I get angry, people usually laugh because they
see.
think that maybe there's some funny happening. And I don't stay angry long, and I don't really I don't really get angry.
I don't like getting angry because then if I get angry, then I have to apologize, and I hate that more than violence.
Yeah.
So, why if I'm going to yell at my kid and then I got to go into the room and do like a full house, like, sorry, that's more annoying. So
That's
it's
when
not worth it.
I get angry driving. I do get
I
angry,
think-
but I don't drive angry. I yell at people, then they can't hear me same as on the because I don't have that
You don't
plan.
pay
I
for
don't-
that? You
yeah.
got to get that because it helps.
I yell at when people are being cavalier with everyone else's life and they want to weave in and out because in this business we do a lot of traveling and shit.
The deli business?
In the
Oh,
comedy
the
business,
deli business.
I get angry at other drivers,
Yes.
and that didn't start until I had my kid. not that I was always a safe driver. I got in a really bad car accident when I was 16. It wasn't my fault. I was a passenger.
Is that what happened?
Yeah. We were in like a double head-on. We all should have been dead. I broke my jaw. This probably would have been a lot better looking. Well, we can only assume. You know, it was 30 years ago, but almost 40 years ago.
They did incredible work.
They did a good job. Can you imagine what I could have looked like? I could have been like Lawrence Welk or something.
Lawrence Welk is exactly what I was going to say. It's amazing that we both had the same 1941 reference. It's right at the tip of our tongue. Lawrence Welk, yes, the bubbles. Of course, Lawrence Welk. Why would that even?
I'm just saying it could have been
Lawrence Welk. You got it. Yes.
It could have been better.
Yeah, the kick was up. The kick was good. Lawrence Welk. Lawrence Welk. No batting. Lawrence Welk. Number 2. Makes no sense. Why is he number 2? Derek Jeter is number 2. Why is Lawrence Welk stealing Derek Jeter's glory?
I think he was a number 2.
Ooh. Lawrence Welk.
He just a big poop.
Why you got it? So you had an accident. I still want to hear more about the accident. You're
so
double head-on.
so I was like programmed to be a very
Isn't double head on just head on?
no. See,
I don't know what double
so
head-on means.
we're all right. So we're driving. We're in this little Nissan pickup truck.
All right.
I was passenger all the way on the right. There was a driver, and there was a kid in between us. We were just coming back from the lake. This is in Arkansas.
Oh my God! What the hell's wrong with you?
Exactly.
Do
So
they even have Band-Aids in Arkansas?
yeah, it's populated and everything. There's people.
I didn't know.
It's
I
insane.
don't hear much about it.
So we're coming around this.
Dead man's town.
Yeah, and it wasn't even that bad, but it just started raining. So people coming down here, it was an older lady. She swerved into our lane, and it's all happened very fast. Hit us head on. So we spin around,
All right.
like counterclockwise. Dude behind her, trying to get out of her way, comes even further
you
out,
again.
and then as we're coming around, hits us head on.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
Double.
So you can see boom, boom, boom in the windshield, all of our heads.
Oh.
I was knocked out. It's the only time I was concussed, which was hard. They had to wake me up every 20 minutes. And It was just a nightmare. Jaw wired shut. It was the thinnest I ever was.
Oh, that's
6
nice.
months of that.
Did you start rubbing the cookie dough in your teeth just to get some?
No,
food in you?
God, no. Well, there was one time, my father, I was getting so because I had to drink Ensure and all these like
Right, yeah.
vitamin nasty. They made them like super sweet. Like I don't even like milkshakes to this day. There's all this chalky crap. So I wanted something else. So my dad pureed some chicken noodle soup.
All right. Noble.
And yeah, but have you ever seen anyone's jaw wired shut? So they have these plates in there, and they have like literally like, all these Band-Aids keeping your shit together.
Yes.
So I'm, doing what I can with this chicken noodle soup, and I start going, "Loved you, loved you." And my dad's go, "What's wrong?" And I just wrote it down, a log jam. I had all these little noodles stuck. I couldn't even breathe. It was just so nasty.
What a way to go.
Loved you.
Can of Campbell's took you out of the game.
Well, that's the thing. I couldn't even fly. I couldn't even fly home.
Oh.
So because
Concussions and all that.
well, no, if your jaw's wired shut, you have to keep snips on you at all time. Because if you go to throw up, you can die. So you have to
Jesus
cut
Christ.
It's just so nasty.
Oh.
It was horrible. So I couldn't fly
How
because
old are you?
I flew alone. I was 16.
Yeah,
but
gross.
I flew alone in to visit my dad, and I was going to fly back, but so I had to wait, and he actually drove me home from Arkansas to New Jersey. That was a long, in his little crap mustard yellow Toyota.
And you must have been great company with your, You
Yeah.
like this song? All the way.
Yeah.
You singing along
was
to the
horrible.
hits of the day.
It was a very long 6 months of that.
Ew,
6 months.
really?
And you can't brush, so you have to use like a water pick.
Oh yeah, God.
Oh, it was just everything was a nightmare. It was just a nightmare. So anyway, that happened. It was a total fluke. Everyone lived. The lady got hurt pretty bad. I think I took the brunt of it. My other friend busted up his knees, and I think the third guy was okay. So, long story short, I was always a defensive, safe driver. I was a very safe drunk driver.
No.
I was just always safe.
If that doesn't get you an award at the VFW, I don't know.
Right, I'm telling you.
You've done your part.
For the people. Why did we start? Oh, so when I had my son, that's when I started really. When me and you had my son,
okay, that's better.
That's when I really started getting like noticing. Because other than that, I didn't care if people passed me or whatever. I'm like, I'll get there. I'm gonna get there. It's fine. But when I start paying attention to all that crap, I was like, nope.
You're responsible for livestock.
Hell no.
Not to outdo your story, but I was on my way to my senior prom. My brother was driving, and we were going about 22 miles an hour, and somebody cut us off, and we hit him, and my head hit not the windshield, the mirror.
Yeah.
I was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had like a bump. So I know what you went through. That's what I'm saying. Like, bump.
I'm trying. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to. Well, looking back, it was a mirror. So you get technically.
I didn't make it
I
all
was
the
looking
way
back
to the windshield.
So someone hit you. Did you still went to prom?
I still did. Because I'm a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You. Not all heroes wear capes.
No, but some wear a small band.
They didn't get dressed up for nothing. You pull a Hamish on it.
Had to get in there.
Were you wearing a powder blue ruffled?
I was not in my tuxedo at the time.
No?
No. I think we were just dropping. I think we was right around the corner from Lori. You know Lori. And we were dropping her off. Mousy Sketcher.
Oh, yeah. What was the name of that thing?
No, I can't remember what you used to call her now. Whoever somebody.
Scratch? What's the name of the... Hey, folks at home, we're not live, but what's the name of the squirrel from Ice Age? Isn't it
Scratchy, Scrappy, Jumpy, Nervous.
All right, so you were...
Scared, Nervous.
Is that who you went with?
No, she was just coming out to hang out with us afterwards or something. We were dropping her off, and then, a little fender bender. But, I mean, the car didn't work, so we had to get a new car to go. But
Scrat.
Just Scrat.
Scrat.
All right, Scrat. All right, I'll believe you.
It's right there.
All right. Scrat,
okay.
yeah.
Scrat.
All right.
Scrat.
Yeah.
Okay. So imagine like what your face could have looked like.
I know. That's what I keep thinking. If this part never met the inside of a rearview mirror, I mean, my God, the acting gigs.
Did we lose the mirror? Did the mirror break off? Or?
No, but it twisted a little.
So you had to...
You had to readjust it.
Oh, man.
After we got the car fixed.
Oh, my God.
So that had to be put back into place.
And this
manually.
Was it like Footloose year? Was that the year?
86? Was that Footloose year? 87?
Let's dance! You go down there with your maroon jacket.
I don't remember.
Was it in the basement of a church?
I hate that I had a brain injury, so I don't even remember the prom itself. But, we made it.
Was she hot?
My lovely date. Oh, she's a beautiful girl.
Yeah?
Yeah. She pretty much went to the prom with me because she agreed to. And then at like 11, she was like, all right, I'm heading out. See ya. So
I'm going over there with my friends.
Yeah, the date ended pretty quickly.
It was a Napoleon Dynamite moment.
Yeah. Then we went to like a hotel. Like we go, the Embassy Suites in Secaucus.
Vote for Summer.
And she did not. She did not accompany back to the Embassy Suites.
No.
She decided.
Did you feel like an ambassador?
No,
With a big outline of a mirror on your forehead?
I remember changing into sweatpants and being afraid to fall asleep because I thought I might have a concussion. But I think I just wanted to keep drinking. So I was using that as an excuse, like, got to stay awake.
Yeah.
Go to White Castles.
When you and Cheryl go to a function, do you dance?
No.
Never? Like slow dance?
Occasionally we used to. I don't know if we haven't been to
Lady in Red.
Something like that was, no, not at all.
You don't do any of that?
We used to. We haven't been to an event like that in...
Like a wedding? Surely you've been to a wedding.
But not in a long time. Most of, we're in that zone of nobody's getting married, nobody... Now, I don't know, we're in that nice zone of nobody occasionally... I don't know. We haven't done like the VFW kind of party where you're sitting at your table and you eat your corned beef or whatever, and then you have a slow dance and you give the DJ $50 at the end to stay an extra half hour, and we haven't done that in a long time. No, this isn't ringing any bells, and you're going to a wedding tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, I'm going to. We go to a lot of like functions. I mean, surely there's something. No, you know what they had over at I want to say it was at the Gramercy something. What are these over here? They did like a prom, like an 80s prom or whatever it was, or 90s prom. And you show up and you get all dressed up
Yeah.
And you sit, it's not your prom, but it's like the prom.
Maybe a little finger bang, and you have a good time.
Well, I didn't read the whole flyer, but maybe.
You
Maybe.
can't put that in a flyer. Come on.
I mean, probably
They're
not.
handing
Bang,
them out
bang, bang.
Oh, like finger bang.
Woo,
like the Isaac.
Yeah.
It's totally different. Totally different prom. But
So I thought that was cool. I would do that. Did you like high school? Did you enjoy high school?
I
mean, you were loved. I feel like you were
I
like
had a
class
good-
clown,
but-
and everybody loved you.
I was off. Everything was off. I hung out with everybody that was a year older
Sugar
than
levels,
me.
or
Right? No, they were okay for a little while. So by the time '86 rolled around, all the people I was hanging out with graduated. Then I had to still go to school for another year. I didn't know anybody.
Did you get left
I knew
back?
people.
Wait,
but
what?
I almost got left back, but I didn't. I made.
Why
it
did
through-
all your friends leave you the year before?
I just
you did?
hung out with older people.
Yeah.
So I just how it worked out in high school. And then they all graduated. And then I was like, oh, I still have another year. And I had to go and take a lot of classes because my sophomore year in high school, I think I got 6 credits. And you're supposed to get like 15 or 16 a year or whatever. So I had to go
was
to
that when
summer
you
school.
Found drugs, or
I just
started doing
I
methamphetamines?
drank some beers and just never did homework. Did nothing for the entire year, which proves you can do high school in 3 years. You just have to then.
Well,
hit
they're
the
not going
summer
to call
school.
your parents. You didn't have a phone.
That's true.
So, I mean-
it always helped. Not having a home phone wasn't the worst thing. It wasn't good for phone sex.
No,
that was
definitely
awkward
not.
on the
Yeah.
avenue. Yeah, but besides that, it was a godsend. But but then I got in a work program with, it was basically 77 ladies and 2 dudes in a class where you go in for 3 periods, and then you go to work. And I went to work at a place.
So like split shift.
Yes, I just kind of showed up and.
You did your requirement classes
Couple
in the
of them,
morning,
yep.
and then went off.
Then I went off to work.
Fucking retread tires or something. What,
I,
what did you
no,
do?
it was a lady class, so at the time, ladies did lady things. So I did lady things back then. I was working at a pharmaceutical company doing just clerical work.
You were Indian?
I
What? What do you mean, lady?
like I worked with a bunch of ladies. We sat at our little cubicles and we did little pharmaceutical paperwork and we did little things.
I can picture like, were you dressed as a lady, like
Enough
like the
to dress
toy?
like a lady. There were a couple of dudes, but they mostly worked in the computers. Computers were new then. So.
Yes.
It was like
And
they
they
had
were,
a big
like, the
computer
size of this room.
Yes, you walked in, it was and it was just something important was happening. And whoa, Command 7, get me that report and whatever. And it was a lot of that. Big boxes.
Sounds
of
like
computer
something they
on
put high
people's
school
screen.
kids on.
Yeah, but I didn't do that. I just did. I don't even remember
You were
what. but
filling
it was,
prescriptions. I mean, how
it
hard
was
can
a
that
lot
be?
of flip. Yeah, we had finger cots because we had to flip through a lot of papers. But you had that little condomy thing for your finger, so you could. It was a ridiculously stupid job that is probably
But
now.
did you
a
get
press on a
credits
button.
for?
Oh yeah, that's why I
doing
got
that?
out of high school. I got like a full, whatever the amount, 12 credits or something for that, and I was able to get out and actually graduate on stage in time after
No kid.
not showing up for a year.
Now, did you were you involved in anything in school, like drama club or anything? You would have been great for drama club.
I was in couple of acting classes so
In
I would-
school?
yeah,
Okay,
I would do that.
that's what I was asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't do like a club thing or anything. No.
Yeah.
I wasn't a good student. But I had fun for the most part, but the school part wasn't that much fun. I
But
liked
the
that.
teachers liked you, right? You're so likable.
I had the problem of I was very funny, I guess. I don't remember how, but people tell me I was. And but I had teachers who liked me. I'm funny how? The teachers would approve of like I would get in trouble and then it would be like I have to make you leave because I'm laughing
Yeah.
and that's bad for me.
Yeah.
So I would get into like a lot of like kind of trouble but not trouble. Like I just take a walk and then come
Yeah.
back in an hour. Just make it look like we did something.
My teachers really they liked me.
You would
There was one or two that didn't, but the ones that got it really just. We got away with everything, man.
But this is
We
it.
got
Where'd you go?
away
You
with
went
everything over here on Tyndall.
to Tyndall. Did it have a
You
name?
live in this town.
I know, but
I went to North,
just north. All
Yeah.
right. I mean,
just North.
most people just call it north. You called it Tyndall. I don't know if that was.
You said where'd I go? It's over on Tyndall.
I wasn't asking for a ride. I just meant the name of the school. I wasn't Ubering to pick up chicks.
So one time,
should do that.
I was
Our thing's not on the thingamajig. That
I
matters.
was driving. My mom was pulling in to drop off my yearbook money as I was pulling out to go to McDonald's.
Oh, busted.
Beep beep.
That's not good.
We just got away with everything. One time we went to McDonald's. You weren't supposed to go to McDonald's, obviously.
It's pretty close, though. I can see it.
My friend Jay, you know Jay. So we come back and the door's locked. So we went around to one of the teachers that liked us, class, while she's teaching, and we're seniors, climbed into her window while she's teaching her freshmen, and walked across. Like everyone's like, who are these people? And she's standing like in the middle, like I'm not at a podium, but she's standing there, and we just walk behind her like there's like we almost took the blinds down as we're climbing and everything.
Wearing your trench coats.
She just stopped talking and let us go, and then we shut the door. And then I heard her. Like the kids are like, "What just happened? What was that?" We never got in trouble.
You should have shot up the school. It would have been funnier.
No. This is before
I know,
they did
now you
that.
can't do that.
I didn't know you could do that.
No, it was not an option.
Yeah, that came later.
I threw an egg once at this building. I didn't know I could go in and shoot people. But
What a world we live in, huh?
yeah, it's really not
It's
right.
crazy. Huh.
Yeah.
Way to bring the show down,
Yeah,
bud.
Jesus,
Talking about
my God.
high school shootings.
One time in seventh grade, me and my friend Eddie Bartulovich,
That's not his name.
it really is.
Is it?
Yes. We what did we do? We were coming back to school in the afternoon.
What did we do? We tried to spell his name for 4
We
years.
had
That's what we did.
lunch, and you can go. We had lunch at home, and then you can go back to school. And we decided we didn't really want to go to class in the afternoon, but you couldn't just cut really in seventh grade. So he said, "What we're going to do is we're going to go to the office. There was a bench outside the office. We're going to sit there all until 3:00 if nobody comes up to us. And if they eventually come out and say, 'What are you doing here?' We're going to say, 'The principal told us to come down after lunch because he saw us fighting in the hall and he wanted to talk to us.'" And I go, "This is a terrible idea." So we sat there all afternoon. Finally at 2:30, the principal came out. He goes, "Why are you guys sitting here all day?" And we said, "You told us this morning to come down."
You tried to Jedi mind trick him?
He said we were fighting by the water fountain, and you told us after lunch you wanted to talk to us than to wait here. And he's like, "Oh, okay. Well, it's very dangerous to push each other around in the hall." And he went right along with it. And he's like, "Because if you could hit your head on the water fountain and injure yourselves, now go back to class." And we got a little note saying you can go back to class.
Wow.
I'm like, that could have not worked in so many ways.
Yeah.
If he was out of the building, there was a lot of ways that could have failed.
Just that. I mean, as soon as he bit on that, I would have been like, "And you borrowed $20 from me." Like,
It was just too like
let's see how
like,
big this rabbit hole goes.
Can't be working, and it worked flawlessly.
Wow.
It was shocking.
One,
Mr. Matosh, I believe his name.
This was not me, but I guess my senior year, a lot of things started changing, and they made this rule like you couldn't wear a hat in class anymore. And I always wear a hat, but I didn't always wear a hat. It didn't really affect me that much. Anyway, a friend of mine, and you were allowed to, if you were out like playing baseball with Jim, and you could wear it.
Yeah.
So a buddy of mine comes back in from playing gym, and he has his hat on, and this teacher, she was not a nice person. She ripped his hat off his head and said, "Come with me." Like he just came in from, so he comes. She writes up a slip, and it would be like a carbon copy, and you'd have to bring it down to the principal, and then they'd sign it or whatever, and you got to bring it back. So she writes out the slip, staples it to his hat, and says, "Bring this down to the principal's office." Okay. So he goes down, blah, 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 whatever happened. So he's got to bring the copy back. He brings the copy back, and she's not in her office. So he staples it to her jacket, which was on the back of her chair.
The dueling staples.
Yeah, staples.
That would not happen.
I don't think I would have done that, but that's pretty funny. I think it's funny.
I once got in-school suspension
Yeah.
I got it a lot, but this time I had it because they had passed a rule at the school that you couldn't wear leather jackets.
What?
It was a big thing. Well, literally Channel 9 News came to cover this as like, because there was going to be a protest, and the students were going to grab their leather jackets and walk out of the school. So I went right along with them, and then we all got suspended, and I was the only kid that was suspended and I did not own a leather jacket. I was like, it was a great cause. I was like,
They can't arrest us all. Oh, they can.
me too.
Oh,
and I'm
man.
like, I'm trying. That's my argument. I'm like, I don't even have a leather jacket on.
Yeah.
They're like, no, you were a part of the I'm like, why do I care? I can't afford a leather jacket. But then I had to sit in school suspension with all the burnouts, which was fun.
Burnouts.
I enjoyed the burnout time.
The greasers. Stay cold, Pony Boy.
It's almost like that Happy Days episode.
Oh, you were like
they
Matt
tried to ban-
Dillon.
Yeah. Well, he probably had a leather jacket.
Yeah.
So I would be like Matt Dillon's poor cousin
Yeah.
from the outskirts.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, let's do this, boys.